Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 6 Upper Bracket. We are casting another best of 5 here between Rompafrolic and Cookies in the elimination stage. Rompafrolic playing the Galzian, I believe he had the pick first. Let me open up their info.txt though, which they so thoughtfully provided. Oh no, that last one that we did was the first round of 16 cast. This is the second though. So yeah, Rompa gonna pick Galzian first and Cookies pick Soban second. He has the counter pick here, but just gonna go Soban, which I believe is his main. He bans the Shallows, Rompafrolic bans College Teeth, and picks Galzian Territory's alt for this first game here. Looking like Rompafrolic then wants to get aggressive here, but we'll just have to see. Now, Cookies has been in the scene for a fair amount of time now, but he's recently been developing quite a lot as a player, to the point where he actually beat a game against Sparrow, if you remember, in the group stage. Rompafrolic, meanwhile, been a long-time member of the community, yep. No, been a long-time member of the community here. I'll be interested to see how this match goes. This one really could go either way, but I do predict the win will go to Cookies here, probably about like 3-2. That's my prediction here. Sandscreamer Fab coming out from Rompafrolic. This was his map pick, so I'm assuming he knew what he wanted to do. This is probably going to be a Rail Rush. And he does have Salvagers filling out that next base over there. He is stacking up RUs as he would want to. As for Cookies, it's going to be LEV Fab coming out with the carry production upgrades. This is always a little bit of a tricky thing for the Rail Rush player to do. He basically needs to recognize what his opponent's build is. If it's AVs, you just want rails. If it's LEV Fab, you want to get like 1 or 2 assault rails, stall for time, get a second PC. So there's a lot of ways that this can go wrong for the rail rushing player. Base runner being retained though for Rompafrolic. This is very interesting. That's going to give him frontline heals if he wants it on the Sandscammers. Or he can go for extractions, and that's probably the better call. But the thing is, with that scanner coming out, Cookies probably doesn't suspect that this is coming, so he's got a bit of an element of surprise here. Only problem is, he's coming actually into range of these ALMs, and I noticed this in the last cast, but holy goodness, these things' contact range is like insane, actually. So, Cookie's gonna know actually that there's 2 groups here. That means it's gotta be a rush, so he kind of gets this information for free. Gonna go for a support cruiser. This is maybe a little bit risky for him, because obviously he could just spam LAV, but if he manages to get up on a 2 base, this is quite nice for him, and it gives him healing, which obviously Saban normally does not have. Gets a really nice trade here off the opener as well, and Rompafrolic should be sweating right now. He really needs to get out of here. Yeah, he's going to be moving back. But Assault Pack is on the way, and Cookie's going to bring his carrier out to the front line. Oh, shoot. I like this, because obviously Cookies maybe could just, like, he maybe could just win the game here if this rush doesn't, like, work properly. Yeah, I hope he keeps going, actually, because he might just be able to smash out his opponent right here. Base runner, at any rate, going to be forfeit from Rompafrolic. Can delay for a bit of time by popping that heal. Yeah, he is going to do that. This actually heals up this LAV, but, like, not by very much, so it's always worth it to just try and buy a little bit of time here. He's actually going to focus these Sandscammers, though, as Cookies. Catches that one almost immediately. Going to get the second one, too. And yeah, he will indeed finish off this base runner. Looks like he's bringing the carrier back, but I would just smash it into his opponent's face here, actually. Get Rail Fab, right? Yeah, no, it looks like he is going to go up on the 2 base. That's unfortunate, because the thing is, like, if you can bring that kind of... Oh, no, this is an Assault Rail. Yep, you're dead. If you can bring that kind of, like, tempo to a series with an opponent you've never faced before, they've never played these two, I don't believe. I mean, man, you might just like smash this out 3-0, you know what I mean? At any rate, though, this is looking very, very bad for Rompafrolic, because he does lose the PC. That's going to bring him down onto, well, 1 PC, I suppose. He's got ref mode here. He doesn't need that. You got to cancel this and get a second PC up ASAP. Nothing else is really important when you've lost that PC. He does have it queued. Okay, so maybe this is okay. He keeps ref mode teching, but, like, this is going to be all kinds of rough. And Cookies, like I said, he could have actually just He could have just driven in here and killed his opponent, probably, with, like, Rail Fab, and then just, you know, do, like, a counter Rail Rush, I suppose. But this is totally okay, too, if he wants to go up onto 2 base. What he ought to do in this case, though, is double down on this and go up onto 3 base immediately. He's going to get some base runners. I like that, actually. That's a good call. 1 LAV going to come back here to get healed, but the rest of these guys going to move out across the midfield. He does have damage 1 as well. I like to see that. Obviously, while that PC isn't done for Rompafrolic yet, there isn't a whole lot that the LAVs can do. Well, I mean, they can probably trade out for pretty good damage against these Salvagers. But he probably is just waiting for that PC to come out so that he can try and kill it again. And that's how things get. This is a bit of a meat grinder on the carrier. It's never where you want to be as Galzian, but it does happen to you, so... This is what happens if a Rail Rush goes badly. And I'm not gonna lie, this game is almost certainly over. Second PC queued up for Rompa immediately. That's also what he should do. And he's immediately going to build military units, yep. That's indeed the right call. LV's going to jump in here and they do chunk off one of the salvagers almost immediately. Going to catch the second one also. Dep packs being deployed by Rompa, and they're actually not bad. Oh, that one's going to hit pretty well. Okay. I mean, this is big because he needs to get rid of these LEVs as fast as he can. Really good Dep pack there from Rompa. And now that that assault rail is out, the LEVs are too low to kill us. So Rompa's going to get a slight stabilization here. He still has lost a lot of salvagers. This is by no means good for him, but this is a little bit better than it could have been. Carrier production upgrade now, the third coming out for Cookies here. He's building more LEVs. I would actually just go for the base, just straight out. Get a support cruiser, get salvagers, then get another support cruiser, unlock that carrier. And then start worrying about your opponent's army, because he's not going to have any army before that. Another thing, whenever you're ahead like this, fighter and gunship, really good tech. But he's going to go for rail fab instead. He does know about these assault rails, so that's not a bad pick either. This one LEV, not going to be able to kill this assault rail, I would assume. Oh hey, you can watch and cook. Well, that's pretty nice. Oh, with a bit of micro, he may actually kill this. Oh no, he goes down. Yeah, maybe if he would like run around like the rotation there, he maybe could have killed this this assault rail. But it's tricky to control LEVs properly, so. Railgun fab about 20 seconds out. Targeting jammer deployed here just to slow down this assault rail. It's obviously pretty nice. But he could jump in with these LEVs and maybe get the kill on it. Yeah, and he is going to do that. Yeah, he won't lose the Space Runner, I don't think. Railgun fab done now. Again, though, you can't actually triple produce railguns off of, like, 2-base like this. So I really think it would be better for him. You know, he has LEVs, that's not bad. He should build LEVs, but not quite so many. And instead, you know, focus on getting your third base set up, like, really, really quick here. He is building salvagers now, though. Oh, he does lose the base runner, just barely. That's unfortunate. Nicely done by Rompa, then to deny that one. Rompa has his second PC out now, by the way, and he is setting up onto, like, 2-base here, but the army advantage in this case goes to Cookies. I was saying he should have the eco advantage instead, but, like, if he's got army, that's not bad for him, really. He does want to get another support cruiser, though, I'd say. Fighter and gunship, though, not a bad call, but, like, if you're gonna go for railguns, you should do that instead. Get like 2 support cruisers pushed out across the field here. He can make this work too, though. But make no mistake, he's allowed his opponent to get into a position where he never should have, really. The game should probably be over by now. So, a little bit slow by Cookies here. Damage 2 teching frame, though, that's going to feel very nice, of course. And fighter and gunship is really going to be a world of hurt for Rompa. Rompa should know that this is a possibility and try and deal with it, but he also has to worry about these LEVs, of course. And actually, this is quite bad. The LEV's going to jump up on top of that assault rail. They kill it almost immediately. They're going to kill the Sandscanner first. That's very nice from him. More Dep packs being deployed, and they hit for damage. Oh, man. Well, then. That was unexpected. Still, though, he does have to lose CUs for that. And when you're trying to rebuild your eco, this is pretty rough to be losing CUs. He also hasn't powered up the range, so this carrier not going to get any kills here. Oh, no. Doesn't really capitalize on the Dep packs the way that he would have liked to, then. Cookie's gonna bring the Space Runner out, get that third extract. Support Cruiser's done here, so you can see he's gonna fill out that third base fluently. He should queue up another one, though, and then bring that carrier up to the front line, because at this point he's got quite a lot of power. Fighter and gunship probably was a mistake, then, because at this point he doesn't even really need to make any. Like, the threat of it is already so good. By the way, Rompa, though, moving his carrier out across the field here. I don't know about this exactly. But Mag Excel is on the way for Cookies, which is pretty nice. Yeah, just another support cruiser and then start taking the carry power. There we go, so he does get that support cruiser. Have Dep packs been changed? Since vanilla? Yeah, but not for a while in patch. They still work about the same way. Pretty high damage, but they cost 100 CUs, of course. As opposed to the 50 from vanilla. I mean, yeah, some carrier power reserves would be really, really nice for Cookies to pick up right here. But he does have 3 artifacts out, so he's got quite a bit of power without them anyway. Probe gonna see where that Sandstormer blob is. Now remember, Cookies with the better upgrades for sure. I don't know. Right now, I think I'll just be doing bracket casting, but send it to me anyway, or maybe put it on casual replays. I might get to it, like, tomorrow. We'll have to see, though. Carrier, here we go, finally beginning to move out. JC 7 times, they're not set strong. Yeah, they haven't been changed from then, but... I've seen a lot of really good plays with depth packs. I mean, at any rate, it always taxes your opponent's micro to know it could come out. Like, when they come in with LAVs to pressure, like, on a base, you always have to be, like, ready to dodge, which means that you're not really looking anywhere else, so... Okay, cool. DM did, huh? Sublime Rails here, finally gonna start hitting those first shots onto that carrier. And they do sound so freaking good. He still has the upgrade advantage over Rompafrolic, but Cookies maybe actually wants to commit further into that, perhaps, but the other thing he could do is to build like a gunship, or just build 9 LAVs. Actually, that works too, so he'll be okay here. But he has that tech, right? So like getting into AVs, I think, is to like deal with the sand skimmers, or maybe to get the armor upgrades for the rails, but I would rather he just built like a gunship here, and that'll lock down those skims really, really hard. I mean, he's got that tech, right? He might as well do it. Another base runner coming out, though. I really do like that. 4th artifact is done. So the Sandskimmer blob really like has to commit down here and stop this, because this is the game-winning artifact, really. A soul chip tech coming out, by the way, for Rompa, because he knows he can't really contest with this LAV blob. Not unless he gets another PC, but he's miles away from there. ALM dropped in an aggressive position right here from Cookies, who has a very even power spread. But the LAVs are actually going to keep it alive too, so it's not even going to go down here. High ground bonuses and everything, they're just going to completely chonk now. And now at this point, the only thing that can stop the game-winning artifact is the carrier, so I think that's really the game right there. Yeah, Rompa sees it too, he's going to choose to surrender. Took Cookies a bit longer than he would have liked. It took about 12 minutes, but, you know, probably the game was over at 3. But, he does win the game, and this was in a really nice fashion, I'd say. Like, Rompafrolic going with that rail rush and just got completely battered in his attempt there. So I'd say Cookie's doing a really good job so far. Yeah, one cookie. One cookie won the game. Get it? Because one. But game 2 going to be on Kartoba, and this one is Cookie's pick. He picks the Boneyard after this, by the way, and Rompa with Firebase, Cookie with a tight end passage for the ace match. This series could still go either way. But Rompa going to be kind of kicking himself for his failed rush there. That was obviously his map pick. He had that planned out before he started the game, so... a little bit tough for Rompa. It does indeed look like it. Although I'm not sure exactly who did this first, to be honest with you. Rompa, by the way, changed his colors too. They used to be like 2 shades of purple, I think. But this is pretty cool looking. I forgot to mention it last game. It's looking nice. Production upgrade coming out here. LAV Fab as well. Looks like this is Cookie's go-to for now. So he's going to be doing the same build as he did before. He's got a bit of time before LAV Fab is done, though. Can get another Salvager if he wants onto that second base. Yep, he's going to queue it up. He may leave it on RUs, actually, though. We'll just have to wait and see. Sandskimmer Fab coming out for Rompa again, though, so it looks like he wants to go for some kind of an aggro build here. But his opponent definitely had the better of him last time, so... yeah, he's going to want to think about... he's going to want to think about this. Cookies with those LAVs starting to be produced now. Obviously, he does have the 2 production lines as well. But he did actually put one onto RUs there. Scanner here, by the way, is going to be in contact range because of the ALMs and their insanely huge contact range. Wait a minute. The starting jammer is on top of the ALM. That's kind of funny. Yeah, he sees it. He's going to want to delete that one. That's unfortunate, but, you know, what you going to do? But these LAVs here should go out and clear that out because obviously it is a scanner. You don't want your opponent to just get that vision for free. Ref mode on the way then for Rompa. 40 seconds out. Wait a minute, ref mode? What? Oh, Rompa. Oh no, he did the thing, guys. He did that build I'm always making fun of. I mean, look at this. He's gone for Sandskimmer Fab before ref mode, which is going to slow his timing down, but he's not going to build any of them, so what's the point, right? Like, you might as well have just gone straight into ref mode, yeah. Assault Chip Fab teching in the meantime now. But he also really wants to build salvagers if he's got the money. It looks like he's gonna go in for one skin instead. Messy. I am not a fan of this. And you might say, well look, he's getting a Sandskimmer before ref mode is done, but ref mode could be done already and Sandskimmer Fab finished and build this guy at the same amount of time, and he would just have like about 200 more CUs. There's no other difference, so. Very, very bad build from Rompa. Gonna find the only metas are PC push? What the heck do you mean, man? It's like the entire Marchwadden style. Well, actually, that's not necessarily true. He likes to go for some Sandskimmer harass too, but like, PC pushing is far from the only thing that Galzian can do, and in fact, in a lot of cases, it's really the wrong choice. Not every player can pull it off, so. Base Runner gonna get sniped through by the LEDs though. It's gonna be feeling nice about this one. Rompa pushing that Base Runner out when he goes for F mode first, not really a great call, right? Because obviously, if you lose that Base Runner, you don't really get anything for it. You really want to keep him back at home, either that or just pull a retire. Otherwise, you risk losing it like this. Gonna tech into armored unit defenses, as he should. Now, he has got Sandskimmers out in the front line too, so these armored units are gonna be powerful. You always want to have, like, both of those when you're gonna play this play against LAVs, because otherwise, the armored units can kind of die on their own. But the Sandskimmers hold back, the LAVs commit in to trade onto the assault ships, then the Sandskimmers jump in and trade too. You're almost never gonna lose that fight. The only problem for Rompa then is that his army is slower, so he has to be a bit more reactive, but we'll see if he can pull it off. He's got a base runner building from this carry though. It's something Rompa's always done. He really likes base runners. I want to focus getting those RU selves up though, but in the meantime, he is actually going to get pressured on this second base. Base runner is out. And it's going to be AV Fab from Cookies. He has seen tech, mind you, so he knows about this. Now that means he also knows there could be a threat of error. Should be prepared to deal with that. But for Cookies, it's actually damage ups coming out on the LAVs here, so I don't think he plans on going into AVs, really. Probably he gets this for some kind of auxiliary tech. Maybe he wants to go into, like cruisers, like assault cruisers, but we'll have to see. Probe from Cookies at a very good timing, I'd say. He wants to see if there's air coming, and so far there isn't. Rompa with a very nice carry positioning though. He actually I guess he wants to move this like right here, just a little bit closer. But this is obviously nice because the LEVs can't come in on this angle to attack it. He'd like to get that base runner out then with this this assault ship here, but can't quite do it. The thing he's really got to worry about, right, is that this base runner will drop like a targeting jammer onto the assault ships and kill them. That would be quite bad for him. By the way, Cookie's kind of showing that he almost has scouting, but not quite, because he's like sitting over his scanner here. But he does go into assault cruiser fab, so that is the call. And assault cruiser is going to be really, really nice against assault ships, right? So this is maybe not a bad idea at all. Rompa, I think, is going for the rolling extract. No, okay, he's just trying to move out to the side a little bit. Let's be careful here, though. Again, if he has to commit into a fight, like, for certain, that targeting jammer is going to drop, and the LAVs are going to kill the assault ships, right? Base runner from Cookies, though, playing this a little bit wrong. Oh dear, and the targeting jammer is quite a miss, too. Oh my. If anything, that actually slows Cookies' follow-up there, so not really what he wanted to do. What the heck? Rompafrolic moving his carrier out of the midfield. Okay, so all of a sudden this is quite do or die for him. He really wants to get that extract out. Armored unit defense is coming out. I think at this point he really just has to go straight into power reserves, but this is cool. This is a very high-tempo move. If he can get this extract out, he's got a chance to make this work, but assault cruisers are going to be risky here. Or risky for him to deal with, that is. Now, mind you, Cookies actually doesn't know about this yet. I know it looks like he saw that carry, but he hasn't, actually. What he needs right now is to cancel this armor upgrade and get assault cruiser fab, but he doesn't know yet. Oh boy, this will be pretty exciting then. And this is exactly what Rompa wants to do, right? Keep his opponent on his toes here. He will get that extract, he'll probably get this one too. The thing is, he could lose those base runners if he's not careful. Let these LEDs kind of get around on the side and then kill them off the back end. He shouldn't have to though. That's definitely not his, like this is his game to lose, I guess I'd say, right? Base runner heal gonna pop here, actually I quite like that call. And yeah, this carrier gonna body block very nicely, so the first base runner will get out. We do have assault cruisers on the way though, and the only thing that can fight these is this carrier. So this could still work for Cookies. First extract is out, second extract on the way soon, power 2 on the way too. Maybe Cookies really wants to be getting power reserves too then, eh? Because like obviously this is gonna be a problem otherwise. This base here is just totally floating, by the way, or hanging, you'd say. But yeah, getting power 1 is going to be really, really nice for him. Now, he probably wants to move the SC over here as well and bring that carrier up to the front line. Production upgrade? No. You don't need this, because you don't have the money to triple produce ACs, right? And that's the only unit you really need right now, because otherwise you're going to be in a bad place. Second artifact is out for Rompa, power 2 done, and now it's up to Cookies to get the push here. Yeah, see this, he doesn't even have the RUs for another one just yet, whereas if he canceled this, he actually would. But it's gonna be rail fab, I see. Okay. Again, though, canceling production upgrade gonna be really nice for him here. He really can't afford that. Attack Missile Barrage just gonna try and dump some damage onto this carrier for now. And it's looking pretty good. Oh dear, he's taking a lot of damage actually. Ooh. Okay, he's probably gonna get out of here though just by virtue of how much speed he's got. Obviously these guys moving at 65, that carrier with 80. But that does mean he'll yield the mid ground. This is exactly what Cookies wanted to get away from his opponent. It's gonna be no more extract. Oh, Rompa, don't stand still here! What are you doing? Get out of here! No! Oh my gosh. Why would he do this? This guy's already got the attack missile barrage ready to go again. Oh my, that might... No, okay, he'll be okay there. It's gonna be a heal popping here. I think he meant to do the missile barrage. That wasn't pathing, he stopped moving. He just flat out stopped moving there. Okay, he's gonna get out though. This is a really nice collapse from him though. He's gonna actually get a lot of damage on the other parts of the base here because this carrier moved out really far. It might have been an overchase from Cookies. Maybe Cookies is thinking that he can just kill his opponent entirely, in which case he wants to commit for it. These assault ships, though, are actually going to go down here. Or at least one of them will. One of these assault cruisers really needs to be tasked to kill off this base from another, right? Okay, yeah, he's gonna handle that one. But he's really kind of losing a lot of base here, is Cookies. Yeah, and he's actually pop blocked now, too, for all these AOMs that he's lost. Definitely an overchase then, right? One of these assault cruisers could have done this job, but he finds himself really out of position. Skin's gonna start killing salvagers, too. That's never what you want to see. And where are the LAVs? Oh no, they really need to be back here, because these assault ship AVs are not going to do it on their own. Even with this support cruiser healing them, there's no way. And he could have powered up the ALMs here, but... Oh no, all of a sudden Rompa is just clearing out the base entirely. AC is going to pop out the space runner here, though, so this one's not going to get out. This is looking quite bad all of a sudden, though, for Cookies. He kind of has to make this a base trade. He kind of has to make this an all or nothing. But there are heavy rails out already, and I feel like that's exactly what Rompa needs to stop that. Yeah, I agree. Rompa should have this one for sure. This eco-wipe is just really rough for him. And the thing is, you always worry he's not going to get rails, basically, and then die somehow, but he's got them already. That's what he needs, and he's got that carrier really powered up too, so this thing is not that vulnerable, all things considered. Just needs to play these heavy rails right. He needs to be really careful with them. There's quite a lot of army for Cookies, all things considered. I think actually this army here needs to get involved, and Rompa built more assault ships, he really just needs rails now. Rails and maybe carrier power, but I don't think he's even really got time. I don't know what this base room is doing, by the way. Assault rails? No, you gotta just build heavy rails, man. This is not really very debatable. Assault rails? What for? Heavy rails gonna start hitting this support cruiser here that's on the front line. And then they're gonna target a salvager as they are wont to do. Cookies is really getting this crunch in here. Rompafrolic giving up a lot of terrain here. He doesn't have enough heavies. And he's not building them either, really. Third PC pops for him, but he's not going to be able to build off of this, so this is actually a little rough. And Cookies brought his whole eco over here. He can start mining now. This probe finally going to die. But he will see, like, hey, look, everyone's leaving. So Cookies, if he wants to, can just start mining off of these bases for sure. LEV's going to kind of feed in here. He may actually be doing that on purpose to free up fleet capacity, but I don't think so. If there's anything that ACs hate, it's got to be railguns, right? Yeah, you can see the damage that's being done to you. These SCs really need to get this guy healed up. He may die here otherwise. Salvager's running into the front line though. Cookies, no! What are you doing? No! Get them out of there! These guys are your lifeline, man. Get them onto that base. This one here is free. Ah! Oh, ah! I mean, just start mining off the second here. This is so easy. Rompa, meanwhile, on full retreat here. This is good for Cookies, but he really needs to use it right. Okay, he is going to get up onto this main base, to be fair, so this is not so bad. He's got money to start building salves, too. That's what he really ought to do. Get up onto 3 bases as fast as you can. That's going to be the cue. And Rompa sees this already. He's already moving up onto this main base location. Come on, Cookies. Make me proud, boy. AC is fully healed up, ready to go. He really wants to deny this extract. The thing is, he doesn't know that Rompa is left with everything, though, so this is a little risky for him. You want to use that overcharge just to speed up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. This army for Rompa looking pretty big at this point, though. I mean, Cookies could definitely lose this. Rompa could definitely lose this, too. This is still really up in the air. We're kind of playing ring around the rosy here. He needs to be building salvagers, though, not LEVs. No, you really got to get up onto 3 base here. If he can get up onto 3 base, he has a chance to really win this game. Base runner is going to get chunked by the assault cruisers. That's what we would expect. There's a lot of heavy rails here, though. I mean, these assault cruisers really have to make themselves scarce. They gotta get out of here. Should really use the overcharge, too, because otherwise he's gonna die here. Oh, jeez. One more volley, but he doesn't have vision anymore, so this assault cruiser gonna get out. Yeah, they swapped sides. But, I mean, LEVs, though, he really just has to build more salvagers, right? If he tries to crack the nut here, he may just die. This is a lot of heavy rails. This is exactly what Rompafrolic wants to do. This is exactly the trade that Rompafrolic wants to take. And this carrier is powered up enough that he can pretty much shield the railguns with it. Now, Cookies is going to get extractions out, though. But Rompa may as well. These LAVs need to come out onto the back line here and stop the extraction, basically. The assault cruiser is going to move in that regard as well. Oh shoot, yeah, this is a really big skim backdoor. Nice eyes there. And the thing is, right, like, Cookies didn't want to go up onto 3 base, and so instead, like, he kind of is making this all or nothing for himself. LAV is engaging too early as well because the carrier is here, so they're not going to be able to get this kill. The ACs might be able to do it, though. Cookies carrier getting power 2, but he's... Oh, Rompa! Rompa, what are you doing? Get in there, man! Heavy rails now up on the high ground, though, and these ACs are going to melt. Yeah, there's no way he gets away with this. Unless he loses line of sight. Rompa, no! No! He wants to stay up on the bridge of this hill. He'll basically have line of sight the whole way through. But he's just sitting here. He's letting his opponent get more and more money, and that extract did come out. Rompa, you got this, man. Don't choke. Don't throw. Oh, man. Where's he going? No! He's leaving! Why would you leave? This is so free! Oh no. And he's got the railgun force to win too, but he's not using it. Oh no. Oh dear. It's true, killing these logistics modules will be nice, but like getting that eco does the same thing but better. I mean, these guys aren't even moving anywhere. Just, oh no, let's move them in. You've got free eco to kill here. Oh jeez. Okay, these soul cruisers I think have finally taken a step too far though. Okay, yeah, so the first one is gonna go down here. Second one probably will follow. I don't know if they can even get out of here at all. Oh dear, he's really tunneled on this. There's no way he gets these rails here. Ouch. Alright, so he loses all 3 of these soul cruisers here. Amazingly, he still has eco. He really shouldn't, but he does have the logistics capped here, so he's not going to be able to build anymore. Over-focus on the main belt. Yeah, you might be right. Whereas if you can get back there and kill the eco, you know, it's going to be a really good time for him. There's more heavies, though. I mean, this is a big number of heavy railguns for Rompafrolic. Big enough, he really could kill this carrier. Yeah, these guys have high ground as well. Oh, it's a spit roast. Nice starting general there, but it's not really going to be enough. These guys up on the high ground. They've changed focus. Alright, well, I mean, you know, to each their own, I suppose. Yeah, but Cookies knows that it's GG, so he's not really... Yeah, he actually surrendered there. He wouldn't even die. What a game, man. Back and forth like 12 times. That was pulling my heartstrings there. Rompa should have won that. But then so should Cookies have. Oh my. Let's move into game 3 then. This one also going to be Cookies' pick. Rompa wins it all, you think? I don't know, I still think Cookies should have this. He's a little bit less aware of, like, win condition, I guess I'll say, than I wish he was. But he's getting really favorable situations in the early game, generally. I think he's got this, but I guess we'll have to see. Looks like this is going to be AV Rush from Cookies here. Haven't seen people do AV Rush in a while, actually. This is a very fine build, especially against someone who, you know, is just going to spam skims in the early game. You can just totally wreck them. He wants to be building another salve, I think. But he will get that tech at a really good timing here. If he quick drops right now, especially, he'll have it already. Yep, he's got that. AV Fab at 29.13, I think it was. So this is really good for him. Just missing one salve off the line. Could do another quick drop for that one. Uh-oh, does he not realize? Oh. Oh, certainly he's got to realize, right? That's a terrible idea? What are you off your rocker again? Look at Rompa. He is such a skimmer spammer in the early game, right? I mean, AV Rush might just, like, instantly win versus this. This is kind of the reason why I always say Galzian needs to get tech anyway, because you often see people going for, like, skimmer armor upgrades before tech and stuff like that, and it's like, man, do you realize, like, how susceptible you are to just dying to, like, an AV Rush, right? But people don't do it enough as much as they should these days. This is probably going to be Rail Rush from Rompa, by the way. It's looking that way. Let me check his resources here. Well, he's pretty low on RUs, actually. No, Phoenix, that's not really how it works. Not to mention, Cookies is doing the right thing getting the armor upgrade here for the AAVs. Well, yeah, but you're not going to have unupgraded AAVs if you are doing AV Rush properly. He did cancel the upgrade there to try and get AVs out faster, which is not a bad call. But this is also why I never say you should really get that production upgrade. Because obviously you can't really sustain that much AV production here. Did he cancel? No, he didn't. I thought he canceled that AV. I was like, what are you doing? But what he should do now is push, because he definitely has the better position on the field here. His opponent has got really no tech to deal with him. In fact, has he only got one? No, he's got two RU guys, but he can for sure like do eco damage here, which is not even normally what AV Rush is supposed to do. In fact, look at this. His LEVs even are maybe going to kill some salves, but he probably shouldn't do this. LEVs are better suited to tracking down the base runner because this is a distraction. He's going to lose tempo if he runs at the base runner with those AVs. He will get a salvager kill though, so this is maybe worth it. But yeah, he just wants to keep building AVs and run them up to his opponent's bases here. That's definitely what the ref mode before tech against an AV rush. Are you crazy? Yeah, Rompafrolic deserves to die here. But unfortunately, he's really getting distracted by this base runner. All he's got to do is just keep building AVs and drive them right here, and he'll be really... No, don't back away. Get out there. Go, 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 go. Oh no. I mean, look, if you did this build against B and I was AV rushing, I would already be killing you here. So this is not good for Rompafrolic. It's unfortunate he got so distracted by this base runner. He will kill it. Now, Cookies can still get a lot of damage done though. He just needs to keep driving in here, continue pushing with these AVs. Well, yeah, and I'd have 4 AVs and beat you. I mean, this is not a winning fight for the Sandskimmer player. There's just no way. No, don't back away. Go in there. Go in. Go in. Ugh. Oh, no. Okay, well, he's going to get a support cruiser, so he'll get up on the 2 base, but he's already got the win. He's already got the win. He's just kind of throwing it here. Oh, no. Oh, Cookies. He can still do it, because like Assault Chip Fab is only just now finishing. He does have armor too, by the way, so these guys are pretty tanky. Okay, Rompa is going to have to pull off the line here just as Ref Mode is finished. Or no, just as Assault Chip Fab is finished. Ref Mode has done it a bit. No, don't back away. Keep going in. Keep going in. Okay, here, yeah, look at this. He's going to start getting kills on the salvagers now. This is good. He's going to catch a Sandskimmer as well. And just to finish that one off. And yeah, see, this is why these AVs want to keep driving in, because if your opponent deals with one, he can't deal with the other. That's kind of the basic idea. So Pro Cruiser's done. Now Cookies just wants to spam eco and try and get up to his next base as fast as he can. Fighter and Gunship might be a good call as well. Protection upgrade though, that's definitely what he wants, to get that eco up faster. These AVs should push in if those ones are pushing in too, because he can actually kill a PC here, but he's going to back away. Oh, maybe he could still do it, but at any rate, he'll definitely get salvager kills. They're all backed up into the corner there. And the carrier committing onto this side means yes, 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 Cookies, yes. This is what I wanted to see. Lots of damage coming out on the salves. He's gonna flip onto this Sandskimmer here. He probably should just focus the salves down all the way, but this is okay too. AVs are here though on the salvagers on this side. They can go for it. Looks like he's gonna choose to back away though. He is getting up onto his next base also. He'll kill this Assault Chip too. And Rompafrolic with no money this whole time. So the longer that Cookies keeps up this pressure, the better it gets for him. Yeah, Fighter and Gunship at this point would be a really devastating call for him. He's actually built one too many salves there, but that's totally okay. He does have that third base to fill out, so... And I mean, how do you see Rompa ever getting it back up on the 2 base here? This is going to be really rough. Even if he goes for Interceptor Fab, Cookies should just have so many more fighters if he wants them that he probably can win just off of that. So yeah, Fighter and Gunship, really good call here. He could go into Assault Cruiser Fab too. He's going to actually build more AVs for now, but... Actually, you know, Assault Cruiser Fab would be really good. Get them that anti-air upgrade, and there's not really anything that can fight against them. And then you can do the same thing that you were doing with the AVs, but with Assault Cruisers, which is just even better if you didn't know. So, I mean, there's a lot of good options here. This is definitely Cookies' game. Phoenixio, strangely quiet now. Oh, back. I see. I was right. He got wrecked. They all died. Yeah, it is going to be Fighting Gunship. Good. This is what Cookies ought to do. And as this is teching, he can just go up onto 3 base too. Dude, Phoenix, I don't know what you're on about, alright? Frankly, I've tested and disproven so many things to you, I don't even have the time of day to do this one, but like, find someone who will play AVs first and try and do this. You're gonna die. Like, there's just no way. This is a very bad build for Rompa here. AVs here want to keep poking in, but he keeps his opponent at least hemmed back up onto his main base. This is totally okay for Cookies. get, like, okay, I don't get where this idea comes from. AVs are not even that expensive, right? 260 by 30, it's about the cost of, like, 3.5 skims, kind of. Right? If you give us even numbers, you said, like, 20 skims. You won't have 20 skims when you get to my base, by the way. But, okay, let's say that I have, you know, almost 7 AVs, right? You die. There's no way you fight that. You know, so, like, people have this idea that skims are, like, better units than, like, armor against armor. It's just, it's not true. Right? You can't win like that. So I don't even have the need to test this because we've seen it so many times before. This game should be proof too. I mean, he didn't even play this right and he still managed to get to this position. No way, dude. You say I overestimate AVs and then games like this happen. Anyway, enough pandering to Phoenix Hill. We do have fighters on the way here. Triple production upgrade came out for cookies. I maybe don't like that call so much because you can't really build them here. At any rate, he's definitely fleet capped. But I mean, he could get another support cruiser and get up onto 3 base. I would like that. Power Reserve's coming out. Oh, interesting. I don't know. I mean, getting the support cruiser first is going to be the right call here, but he does have a lot of strike fighters, though. And Rompa's still stuck on 1 base. He's just now finally managing to expand onto 2, but like, if Cookies saw this, he could actually kill these again. This is really bad for Rompa. He's kind of in a meat grinder, right? He can't really get stabilized here. Only thing lacking for Cookies then is the support cruiser. He is going to get that on the queue. And that's 5 fighters done. Looks like he'll go for 6 here. This little backstab of the soul chip seems nice, but he will die if the strike fighters come out and choose to just kind of own them. See ya, man. Probe gonna see that something is out there. Yeah, I'd like to see Cookies launch against it, because, like, it is tempting to always just go for the eco immediately, but I don't know. Just killing the backstab here, it also really reduces the army that your opponent has got. And if you don't, you might have trouble, because these guys actually are going to be quite a threat, so... Looks like he's not really dealing with it, though. He does have a couple AVs being built, though, to try and fight them off. Probe here going to try and scout, but it just really gets killed. There's actually quite a bit of anti-air over there. But then, as a result, though, because he sees that base running, he's going to move over here onto the main base location. That's going to be dead salvagers, alright. So this is a very good hit for Cookies. A little bit of better micro could save these strike fighters here. He's actually going to lose quite a few of them like this. Oh no. Oh no, he's going to lose like most of them. Oh. He actually ended up losing 4 there. Meanwhile, this base runner going to die to these AVs over here. But Rompa cannot really win with power reserves here because Cookies just has a lot more money than him. So I'd love to see Cookies like tech into power reserves then and just push out and meet this carrier. He'll beat it. Turret setting up here as well is actually going to maybe secure this base runner extraction, which never should have happened. So that's actually very nice here by Cookies. Yeah, strike fighters, it looks like, are going to try and deal with these AVs, but he does have another support cruiser, so yeah, I would move that carrier out here and just take a straight fight. He'll win it. Base runner drops that artifact out. Uh-oh, losing salvagers, though, really needs to smoke this. Ah. There's just no reaction here from Cookies. He's got that smoke, but doesn't use it. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. He is going to finish off these assault ships, though, in the end. This is getting a little bit questionable now, though, because obviously... Okay, Railgun Fab coming out from both players, that's good for Cookies. But he, I don't know, he finishes off the backstab, but he got the damage that it was looking for, so this is kind of unfortunate for Cookies here. Rompa, though, is still only on 2 base, so Cookies is still ahead. And he does have that carrier move out ready, so he's going to start prepping that one. This support cruiser should just fill up the 3rd base, though. Like, this guy being damaged is not a huge problem. Strike Fighter's gonna try and soften up these armored units just a little bit. Heal comes out, though. It's pretty nice from Rompa. It's good play right there. And he's actually gonna kill one of the Strike Fighters, too. Yikes. Not really what he wanted to do there. Power 2 coming up for Cookies. Railgun Fab can be done in just a moment as well. And yeah, I think he should really just continue this carrier move out. I think he really can win the game off of it. At any rate, this backstab going to be really big for him as well. Rompa's got that rail tech, but he hasn't built any yet. Uh-oh, yeah, this looks like a dead main base. He probably kills the PC off of this, to be honest. And Rompa would like to get extracts out, but like, if Cookies wants to stop them, he can't. Oh, you really ought to stop this. You don't want to let your opponent extract like that. Nope, go out there. Well, at any rate, the AV is going to chunk out all the salvagers. They should kill that PC as well. Bad unit, though. Don't ever build it. Rails here are finally in range. He really needs to kill that base burner, though, because leaving that thing alive will be a bit... Oh, no. This is going to get even worse for Rompa. Aye. He's just going to march through and clear out the second PC, I think. Yeah, because what does Rompa do to keep this thing alive? Oh, man. One artifact drops here. This is a lot of railguns now also for Cookies. He's got armored 3, mind you, so I mean, he's quite hardy with these railguns, too. They're not easy to kill. Magic Cell coming out, too. AV's gonna chonk this PC. Down he goes. And Rompafrolic suddenly finds himself left with nothing but a carrier. Yeah, he's gonna GG. That's fair, because this is a lot of freaking railguns. Magic Cell's on the way, so Cookie's definitely about ready to finish off the game there. Played with my heartstrings a bit. He should have been able to win that a little bit easier, but he did manage to get the kill, so... That is gonna be game 2 going in the way of Cookies. Let's load game 3 up real quick. Or 4, that is. Sorry, yeah, this was game 3. So game 3 go in the way of Cookies. Let's load up game 4. Man, those AAVs suck. Yeah, terrible. Always fun to see you in the chat, by the way. No fun. So game 4 here, going to be on Firebase Krill, and this one was Rompa's pick. What I like about Cookies, by the way, so far, he's actually gone for a lot of different, he's gone for a lot of different builds here, hasn't he? He's done LAV pressure, he's done AAV rush, he's done SC first. This one's a base burner retire, so it's something we haven't seen yet. Looks like that's to get the production upgrade just as fast as possible. Actually, we might have seen this, I wasn't quite paying enough attention before. But as for Rompafrolic here... Looks like this is going to be ref mode first, I would assume. He may go into Sandskimmer Fab instead, though. I don't really want to see him do it. On a fundamental level. Anyway, production upgrade finishing for Cookies now. So Rompa going for the Sandskimmer Fab, but I think he's going to go ref mode off the back of this. And I don't know. We've seen this so many times. It's not really a good build. If he pushes out with the PC, it's okay, because then maybe he can go for like a rail rush, but he didn't start guys on RUs, so his tech would be late if he does that. And we saw what happens when you have late tech, right? So this is going to be LAV spam, though. This is not going to be quite the same for Cookies. Whoa, I'm yawning. He probably should have built a salvager in the meantime here, just get one guy LDMing on CUs, but because he's got that money from the base burner. Whoa. Oh. Huh. I've never seen that before. Well, if he starts spamming out LAVs, maybe he can bring the support cruiser to the front line, actually. I guess we'll have to see what happens, but this might just be a suboptimal build again. I don't know, this could be interesting, though. Logistics modules with their insane contact radius can reveal the scanner there. He'll want to go out and kill that with this LAV once he's got a bit of time. Yeah, it is ref mode from Rompa. I hate this build, man. I really wish it would just go away. It's not good. Like, mathematically, provably so, it's not good, but people keep doing it. Yeah, but from Cookies as well, this is probably a bit suboptimal too, because I think he could get the support cruiser out first and then have the same number of LAVs anyway. But the thing is, he could move this to the front line. I would actually like to see that tried sometime. That might be a really nice way to punish, you know, this kind of trash build that Rompa is doing, but... Yeah, he will kill out this Sand Skimmer here, though, so this is going just fine for him. He will be up on 2 base before his opponent. Kind of like going for ref mode after skims is bad, isn't it? Because you don't have military or economic advantage. And Cookies will be up on 2 base just right now. Tech coming out, though. It's going to be a Soul Chip Fab from Rompa. The salves here, a little bit idle, but they can fix that, I'm sure. Again, just always spam F3 when you're playing. This will reveal this kind of thing happening. A couple of LAVs would be in order, though. He'd love to stop the space run if he can. And then maybe he goes into tech, or maybe he just builds a lot of LAVs. He kind of has the option. Fighter and Gunship might not be bad on a quiet opener like this. And these days, because production upgrade is free, you know, freed up not by AV Fab, you can get it before you go into AV Fab or anything. LAV's gonna want to move out here though, because he definitely has the military advantage, and if he can stop this extract, it's big news for him. You know from the series already, Rompa is really playing hard into those carrier power pushes, so. Assault Pack coming out, double base runner from Cookies. Maybe he goes for artifact pressure of his own then. This could be cool, and obviously he does have those targeting jammers. These things can contribute to the fight as well, but its second PC coming up from Rompa looks like he wants to go up on a 3 base. Just have a couple of assault chips lying around, but I'd love to see Cookies do a little bit more pressure still. Railgun Fab gonna come out. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is definitely gonna be a bit aggressive from Cookies then. Base Runner's moving out into the middle here. Whoa, what is happening to my camera? Did you see that? Anyway, probe deploys from Cookies here. Gonna just be checking out what's going on in that carrier. But the LAVs, I'd love to see him prioritize trying to stop this extract here, because he knows that the army from Rompa is gonna be there as well. He can probably kill that army, because there's not much of it. That being said, there are armored units, so maybe this isn't the best call, but if he could stop that extract, it'd be really big news for him. LAV upgrades going out now for ya boy Cookies. And that's really nice, too, because obviously that'll help him fight these assault ships a little bit faster. They do have the armor upgrade up. And if he's going to win this without the rails just yet, he does need to be managing to kill those guys despite their armor upgrades. But he does have railgun tech done now, so you could also build a... Well, he's actually going a little bit too far in fleet capacity upgrades there, but yeah, he could get a couple railguns here and have a really nice time bullying that carrier, which as you can see is trying to stop the extractions and also killing those assault ships. So getting a couple rails here would be really big for him. Targeting jammer, as we know, does not affect the carrier, so he's not going to be able to get away with that. This guy, I don't think can extract just yet, but this one will make it. Well, I don't know. I mean, this assault ship will die pretty easy here. But the carrier block will come in, so I'm not sure that this base runner can escape. These assault ships biting off a bit more than they can chew, though. These LAVs just going to, cool as a cucumber, kind of sit here and kill them. Wants to take the one who's getting shot and pull it out, though. You can make this a little bit more optimal for you, but... Oh yeah, look at this. Base runner is just going to go around on the backside then. And this base runner here will die for sure. It's kind of thrown away by Rompafrolic. Down it goes. Come in and catch the other one too, though. This probe going to take some damage here, but it actually lives. Nicely done. And we do have railguns finally on the queue now. And Rompafrolic's carrier here now just kind of has to sit here forever to stop this extraction, right? Which is not really good, because it means he's just delaying his third base timing. I've done this before. I think you all remember, like, from the JC7 finals, this is what I was doing that really got me killed, right? In a lot of the games. Base runner goes down. Scanner down as well. And it looks like Cookies with just complete control of the field. Remember, if he wins this game, he wins the series, so this is quite nice from him. Base runner wants to get in here, but he doesn't realize that this carrier is still here. LAV is going to clean up the sand skimmers on the back line there. Now we do have a lot of soul chips finally coming out from Rompa, but we've already got railguns. So they're not really going to be able to do too much, but he is going to catch this base runner though. That's a little bit unfortunate for Cookies. He had the probe, right, so he could have seen if that was going to happen or not. So, and Rompa, I think, is going to push with his carrier right now. I don't know. I'm not sure how you make the call that you're, like, winning enough to do that. Okay, yeah, he's going to back away. That's the right call for sure. AV Fab coming up from Cookies now. but probably this will just be for the railgun upgrades, because he's already invested into those LEVs. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And, yeah, he's got everything he needs, really. Gonna want to drop a, targeting jammer to just keep this base runner alive for now, but... Oh my, he's taking to battlecruiser fab. That's pretty cool. We haven't seen this in a little bit, but Sablon BCs are very, very powerful units, of course. It'll be the first introduction of them into this series here. And he is indeed getting those LAV armor upgrades. Rompa, by the way, has rail tech. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. You can see them out across the field here. He's got a couple of assaults. But definitely still the rail advantage going the way of Cookies here, and they're going to start taking their first shots now. You can drop a targeting jammer from the space runner, that'd be really nice. Yep, there it goes. Does manage to kill that assault rail. Also be careful about this carrier though, because it still does do quite a lot of damage. Battlecruiser fab a little bit low tempo, but it's going to be totally fine because Rompa can't push into these rails, so he's bought enough time with the rail tech here. Getting Mag Excel would be really nice though. I don't think production upgrade is quite in order yet. I think Mag Excel may be a bit more important. Although he does have quite a lot of money. I guess he is on 3 base, so maybe I'd take it back. Thing is though, if you're building railguns off of 2 base and getting the upgrades, you usually are already spending all of your money. Rompa gonna go for an extract now, but Cookies has the army that he could choose to push on that. It would be tricky though, because he may lose to the assault ships if he runs through some bad terrain, such as this. Yeah, he's gonna see it and back away, that's very good. Ooh, might lose one. Not quite. Railgun armor upgrades I saw coming out from Rompa here as well. This is a little tricky though, because if these guys can get this hill, it's actually a little tough for Cookies, but if he brings his carrier over, he's not going to lose that to assault ships. He can at least like stop this push, but he needs to have a couple rails over here, and he's really kind of not giving enough respect, I would say, to this threat here. Rompa, meanwhile, trying to just grab up all the artifacts that he can. Oh, he's going to bring these guys back. I mean, this is a really good window to counterattack, but he's just going to... I don't know, he's gonna kind of give that one up. He will bring the scoreline to 3 though, and that's a lot of carrier power that he'll get off of this. Base runners are coming in here. Like, I don't know, you don't want to drop a targeting jammer because the army's not here. Yeah, but he does drop it, so I don't know. Maybe this is just to try and get him up onto this plateau, but I think that's a bit of a mistake. And as you can see, assault ships are out of the targeting jammer now. Gonna want to delete this one too, right? That is that third artifact coming out as well. And you gotta realize, these guys, no Mag Excel, they could actually be killed by this carrier. It's got quite a lot of power. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's gotta be a mistake. But he does have BC Fab done now. He's taking Mag Excel, but he should, yeah, he is actually. He's dropping A1s, right? Because he needs to get, the fleet capacity up where he can build 3 of these guys, actually, I would say. Yes. And that is going to be hard to deal with. Another thing, he really wants to pick this up, because you know your opponent's on 3 artifacts. Don't even flirt with the idea of letting him get onto artifact point there. These are all assault railguns, though. We don't have many heavies here for Rompa, and that's not going to fare terribly well against these BCs. They have the range advantage, they're very tanky, and they... Well, they're not as tanky as they used to be, but they're still rather tanky. And, they're definitely going to chunk those assault rails, so... This is for sure a fight that Cookies could win. He needs to be careful with this base runner, though. He may lose it here. But bringing the LEVs onto the backside to clear out these base runners is quite nice. And Rompa sees it with that scanner, so he's going to move back to deal with it. But as a result, his carrier is going to take a lot of damage. Oh no, he's right behind the hill. Okay, there we go. His carrier is actually going to take quite a lot of damage here. Oh boy. I mean, Cookies, I think, has the army to win this, but he could still lose it. This is by no means guaranteed for him. Uh-oh, he's actually kind of bleeding rails to this carrier. And the assault rails are going to be here in a moment. He's got to get these guys out of here. Drop that, oh no, drop that thing, the targeting jammer. He does have the battle cruisers out now, though. Drop it, drop it, drop it! Ah! There we go. It's a little late, though. LEV's coming up here for backstab, though. They're going to start hitting on those bases, and not in a romantic way. And there's 2 ALMs here. This is actually maybe going to kill this assault rail. BCs are in as well, and they're going to force these guys out. So this is good. And Cookie's finally getting some control back of the midfield here. LEV's going for a really nasty backstab. He does have rails to hold this flank, too. I think he's in a good spot, but he really needs to bring these guys down here to hold this. Thing is, though, it's like, what does Rompa do about the BCs? They kind of counter everything that he's got on the field right now. Rails need to be careful. They're getting way too close to these assault chips. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, they're... Because they really just want to stick up on this high ground, right? Nothing else they need to do. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Now, he may win this just by virtue of the ALMs being really good, but... Yeah, okay. Looks like he will. BC's moving up into the mid line as well. That's going to be quite nice. And the LEVs, once again, have just chunked out the entire eco for Rompa. Yikers. There's nothing to stop these BCs, though. And this artifact will never get out. Looks like this backstep here is working at least for Rompafrolic, but that's kind of the only thing he's got going for him now. Power 3 on the way also. Base spinner goes down. Yeah, I think he actually lost an SC there, but it's not a huge deal these days. And yeah, it looks like Rompa's very tentative hold on the map here, which was mostly just based on Cookies not using his army right, has finally fallen. And Cookies, with all the carrier power in the world here, he should probably be able to win any engage he takes with Rompa's carrier here. Not to mention all the BCs. So this is really, really good for him. By the way, Savon BCs, listen to this sound effect. Oh, I didn't quite hear it. Maybe I need to be even further away. They have like the sickest sound effect when they shoot things from like far away. Yeah, listen to that, dude. Oh, it's so good. It's just like thunder cracking. It's like insane. Air units for Rompa, by the way, are doing a pretty good job at like fighting these BCs, but wow, this guy getting away with like a shred of health. I think he was actually on like 5 HP there. LEVs for Cookies can kind of do something about this for now, but he probably wants to go into missile battery fab, yeah. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's academic. It's not like it's gonna stop the push here that Cookies is clearly cooking up for his opponent. One marked target would be really big here. It would kill this carrier a lot faster. But he does manage to get the kill there, and that will be Cookies taking the series. 3-1. He does advance to the quarterfinals of the upper bracket, so really nicely done by him. Good games. I think there's a lot that he can work on here, but he definitely was good enough to win this, so I congratulate him. Let's move on to the next one. Thanks, guys, for watching.